Guys, I think I'm getting a bit too gassed, you know. I am. But Pat really did what she had to do. Hi guys, it's Ali. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I've got the brand new Skin Fetish Divine Blushes by Pat Mcgrath, and I'm actually excited to bring you guys this video. So if you want to see the shades that I picked up, as well as how they wear on my skin tone and all that fun stuff, then go ahead and keep on watching. If you guys know me and my channel, then you know that I literally did not start to wear blush until about a year ago. The Fenty cream blushes converted me. There was something that just didn't click when it came to me and blushes, but with the right shade and the right tone and the right, you know, I have been converted. And that's just what it is. So when I saw that Pat Mcgrath had released these blushes, I was over the moon. Something about this launch just spoke to me and I knew I had to cop. But at the same time, I knew that I had to bring you guys the tea as well. So we are going to get into the shades that I've got. But first, I'll give you guys a little bit of the background info. So there are 9 different shades to choose from. And when I tell you guys that the variety was... it made things very difficult for me to choose because I wanted so many different things, and in the end I just ended up with choosing one that's like a classic me shade, and then one that's a little bit out there, and one that I was intrigued by. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a second. So there are 9 different ones and they are £35 each. You can get them in a little bundle deal, which is what I did. So you can do like a little pick and mix where you get 3 of them for £74. I also had a 10% off code that I used to get them for like £68. So I ended up not paying that much for all 3 of mine. I paid around £22, £23 each, which definitely made the products more affordable because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Auntie Pat is not cheap. She's not. Like, we've got £120 plus palettes on the website, you know what I'm saying? So the website says that this is the most requested launch ever, and honestly I'm hoping that it does live up to the hype. I can't tell you guys how excited I am. Like, I really just want to rip into the product now, but I do like to give you guys a little bit of what the site says about the product, then we can test the claims. So it's layerable, luxurious, legendary, blush like an icon. Look at this marketing. Look at the marketing. The Divine Blush creates a feather-light, long-wearing rush of couture colour in demi-matte and satin finishes. Ultra-fine powder pigments deliver seriously soft, brilliantly blendable application. All 9 shades build effortlessly from sheer to subversive, bare to bold to beyond, ensuring a wondrous wash of customizable colour tailored to every skin tone and type. So the claims are claiming. That's what's happening here. The claims are claiming. Embossed with radiant roses and sublime sun rays, this new classic is the answer to the eternal question: who makes you blush? So that's what it says on the website, and I'll show you guys what the box looks like. When I saw these in the post, I was so gassed. Like, I cannot tell you guys. And this is how it opens. And then there's the blush itself. Oh my gosh, the first shade I'm going to show you is Desert Orchid. So this is what the product looks like on the inside, and guys, that embossed rose with the sun rays, I absolutely love this, and I'm really upset that the swatching and the application is going to ruin what that looks like. So this is the shade Bronze Orchid, and I'll tell you guys what the shade description is. So it's a bronze rose with golden pearl, and this shade I got because it intrigued me. When I saw it swatched on the darker skin tone, it had a little bit of a highlighter effect to it as well, and I just thought that I would absolutely love the shade. I don't want to put my finger in it, but I have to show you guys the swatches. So let's go for it. As you guys can see, it's got a little bit of a shimmery effect to it. I'm not gonna lie though, from the swatch, I'm not too keen on this shade. It does look a little bit ashy to me, and I think I kind of knew that when I bought it, but I thought I would layer this one on top of another shade or just use it very lightly for a highlight effect. This one I didn't get to be a blush, if that makes sense. There was a highlighter in this collection for £37, but there was only one shade and it looked silverish to me. It looked very icy, and if you guys know me, I lean more towards a bronze, a gold, that kind of thing. So I've sort of shaded it out a little bit over here, and it's kind of just given like a light dusting of that bronzy tone. So this effect right here is basically what I got it for. I got it to layer it on top of another shade because I don't know, this by itself on my cheek, I don't get it. I don't. So we're gonna see what this one looks like on top of another shade in a minute, but we are on to our next shade, which is I think my most favorite shade from all of them. So this is what the shade Paradise Venus looks like. And if you guys are familiar with other blushes, then you know that this is very similar to the Fenty Rosé Latte. Like, I feel like this is the powder version of that, and it looks very similar to MAC's Raisin, which is my ideal blush shade. I don't know what it is about that shade, but I fall in love every single time. I actually have the MAC Raisin one right here. So this is what the shades look like next to each other. So yeah, when I introduced the product, you guys heard me say that there's one that I got because it's basically my shade, and this is it. Because look, they're sisters. They really are. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch Paradise Venus for you guys now. That is what Paradise Venus looks like. And honestly, it's pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. And I never commented before, but the formula is really creamy. And I'm feeling it a lot now that I'm dipping into the MAC Raisin. This one is definitely more of a powdery formula. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch it below so you guys can see what the shades look like next to each other. So they are very close. This one is the Pat McGrath, and then that is the MAC. I don't want to use this one in the video because I feel like it's the blush that I always have on, but it's also really nice and it's calling me. It's calling me. And last but not least, we have Electric Bloom. So this is a vivid coral demi matte. This shade I got because it was so out there and a bit different to everything else I've got. As you guys can see, it's very, very bright. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch. Oh wow, I'm not sure what it is, but this one was a lot more brittle than the other two. Yeah. I don't know if I got a defective one or what, but yeah, I don't know what happened there. But that is how she swatches. Right there at the bottom. She's not as vivid as I thought she was gonna be. I've just added another layer on top, but that is Electric Bloom. Since I'm not going anywhere, I've decided that I'm going to show you guys all of the blushes applied to the skin. So Paradise Venus is going to go on one side, Electric Bloom on the other, and then I'm going to go ahead and top it off with Desert Orchid on both, just so you guys can see, because I'm not going to wear Desert Orchid on its own for obvious reasons. It's just not my shade. It was definitely more of a topper shade to mix in with these. I'm gonna start with Electric Bloom because that's the one that I've got in my hand, and I've definitely overdone it on the brush. Okay, I actually kind of like that. Ooh, it's more subtle than I thought, but I feel like I need a bigger mirror to get a full. I do like how easy that was to put on though. So this is what the shade Electric Bloom looks like. And then we're going in with Paradise Venus on the other cheek. And this is my terracotta shade, which is basically Classic Alley. Yeah, because that shade is a bit of me. These are so soft to put on though. The pigment in these makes the application so easy. Like, I've literally just done like one sweep over like that. I feel like this shade right here is definitely more of my everyday wear shade, just because I do really like the terracotta brown. But this one is also really flattering on my skin tone. Okay, I didn't actually expect to like them both. I'm not gonna lie. Truth be told, I didn't know how I was going to feel. I feel like I did expect the formula to be A1, which it is. So that has absolutely delivered. But I was a bit skeptical about the shades because obviously there were obvious shades out of the 9 for me to choose from. But I definitely wanted to explore and just try different things because I always play it safe. Like that terracotta shade was definitely a safe option for me. So I thought I'd switch it up and get a shade like Electric Bloom, which I like. Now I'm going to take a little bit of our friend Desert Orchid and I'm going to try and have this one act as a little bit of a highlighter. Just to add a little extra pop. Do you guys see that? That is what I'm talking about. And I'm going to put a little bit there on my nose area as well. See, when they said that these are layerable, this is exactly what I think they meant, because it just adds an extra pop and it maintains that same blush color underneath. Listen, I don't get gassed about blushes. It's just not me unless it's my Fenty. But this is giving what it's supposed to give and I'm just here for it. If you're someone who has a deeper complexion, I would definitely say do not be afraid of this blush because it just does what it's supposed to do. And you know, sometimes when you add a highlighter to a blush, you get that texture pull through. But because these are from the same family of products, because they're from the same brand and the same formula, they sit together in harmony. I just love this little extra shimmery pop. Guys, I think I'm getting a bit too gassed, you know. I am. But Pat really did what she had to do. She really did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and swatch all 3 shades again on my other hand. Just so you guys can see the Pat products on their own. And this is just 3 of the 9 shades. There are 6 more shades after these ones. But yeah, I feel like this was a hit launch. And I completely get why it was 3 years in the making and why it was such a highly requested thing. People knew that Pat was going to deliver on this product. So I'm actually in love with these blushes. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I can't sit here and downplay my love for them. I love the formula. I love the texture. I love everything. How they look, how they swatch, all of that. The only thing I can pick out that's a problem for me is that last shade that I showed you guys, Electric Bloom. For whatever reason, the embossment in here just flew away. Like, I don't know what it is. And I'll show you guys in comparison to another shade, so you know that I'm literally not tripping. Do you guys see that? So the rose here, you can still see it, and I've swatched this just as much as I've swatched that. But look at the difference. I have no idea, but yeah. And this one is just a lot more crumbly. I don't know. I feel like it's always me that gets these kind of things happen to her. But anyway, if anyone else has Electric Bloom, let me know if yours is like that as well, so I know if it's just a shade thing or what, because otherwise I don't get it. So that was my first impression on these products. I'm clearly very, very impressed. Do let me know what you guys think of this product if you have it, or if you're just going based off of what you see on this video. Are you impressed? Is this something that you're gonna pick up? Listen, I feel like both of the shades work, but at the same time, I'm looking now and you can't. Actually, yeah, you can tell a difference. Let me not front. You can. This one is definitely more of that corally type of shade. But yeah, you guys, I am fairly impressed. Like, color me impressed, because this just did what it was supposed to. Listen. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like this was worth the price that I paid. Bearing in mind that I paid around 68 for all of these. So it was around 22, 23 a piece. So yeah, would I have paid 38 for them individually? I don't know. Like, they're good, but these prices be doing a lot these days. They really do. So I'm really happy that there was this bundle deal and that 10% off, because I don't regret this purchase whatsoever. Like, not even a little bit. That's all I have for today's video. Do let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe before you go. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up because that helps me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel once again, and I'll see you in my next one.